In this video, we're going to look at the reactants, products, and leftovers PhET simulation again, but this time we're going to look at the game. When you click on the game, there are a couple of options at the bottom to show all, hide the molecules, or hide the numbers. If you hide the molecules or numbers, it will just make the game a little bit more difficult, which is a good challenge, but we're going to start by just showing all. And if you go to level 1, level 2, or level 3, you'll see that there's a bunch of different chemical reactions where you're asked to look at the molecules and try to solve the problem. And level 2 is more difficult than level 1, and level 3 is more difficult than level 2. So we'll start by looking at an example in level 1. When I look at this at the top, apparently when carbon and oxygen gas combine in a 1-to-1 ratio, then carbon dioxide is being produced. And on the left I see a question mark, and on the right I see some carbon dioxide molecules. In fact, there are 7 carbon dioxide molecules as products that are already counted for me on the bottom. And so if I look at this, apparently carbon is that gray circle. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gray carbon atoms. So I must have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbon atoms to begin with as reactants. And now, if I remember that oxygen is a diatomic molecule, for every 2 oxygens over here, I would have only 1 oxygen molecule on the left. And so I see again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of oxygen atoms. And so on the left-hand side, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of oxygen molecules. So once I think I've got it correct, then I can click check. And if I've got it right, then a smiley face will appear and I can click next. And so this would be the same sort of thing, but now I've got a different reaction. It looks like it's a little bit more difficult, but I still just need to count all of the atoms on the right and try to figure out how many of each type I would have on the left. So now we're going to go back, and instead we'll look at one on level 3. I think level 3 mostly has the givens, the things that are already on the screen being on the left, and you have to predict what is happening on the right. And so sometimes you might be tempted to just start adding things over here, but I think what you'll find is if you attack it with a little bit more thought ahead of time by looking at the reaction at the top of the screen, then you'll probably find that you're going to be more successful. So for example, this NH3 is ammonia, and this O2 is a diatomic oxygen gas molecule. And if I have 4 ammonia molecules and 7 molecules of oxygen, then I'll make 4 of these and 6 of these. So let's count what we have down below. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I at least have 4 ammonia molecules. How many oxygen molecules do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have exactly 7 of those. And so if we pause for a second, we could think of this as I have 4 ammonia and I have 7 oxygen, but then I have a few extra ammonia molecules. And when I have 4 ammonia molecules and 7 oxygen molecules, then I will make 4 of these and 6 of these. And so NO2 down here, I should be making 4 of those, and I should be making 6 water molecules. So I'll add all of that. So all of the things that I just added on the right-hand side accounts for 1, 2, 3, 4 of the ammonia molecules, and all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those oxygen molecules. And I know that because what the reaction tells me is for every 4 of these and 7 of these, I will get 4 of these and 6 of those. So by adding 4 and 6 on the right-hand side, then I've used up everything on the left except 3 of these ammonia molecules. And so apparently, in this reaction, I can't just use the ammonia molecules to make anything. And so those 3 ammonia molecules should be left over, and so I've added 3 to the right hand side as leftover. They never reacted. And so I'm going to check my answer again, and apparently I've got it right. So some of these will be a little bit easier than the ones that I've shown, and some of them will be a little bit more difficult, but hopefully this helps you a little bit if you're trying to answer all of the game problems correctly.